Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Devy Dashboard Scouting Session. I am Brandon Lejeune, host of the Devy Deep Dive Podcast and creator of the Devy Dashboard. Got a great show lined up for you today. My two Devy Dashboard partners, Corey P. and Britt Sanders, are here. Gentlemen, how are you tonight?
Doing good. Dream.
All right, man. Listen, we have a great show. We are going to talk about Mr. Zay Flowers, an exciting wide receiver from Boston College. We got a great show. We're going to break down his film. We're going to take a look at his metrics. So as far as his scouting, and we're going to watch the film. We're going to watch his release and his route running. We're going to watch his ball skills and hands, agility, speed, and yak, and his physicality. And then at the end of the show, we're going to go over the metrics because, metrics now is becoming a big part of the Devy community. So not only are we going to look at the skill set of him breaking down his film, but we're also going to look at his metrics, right? So he's an exciting young player. We're going to go over his ADP that's in the dashboard. And one of the things we like about doing these shows is we have to go beyond the highlights. It's kind of something we talk about at the Devy Dashboard as far as you can go out and look at the YouTube channel and watch his highlights. But to get a film breakdown like this, I think is pretty cool, right? So you're gonna hear our opinion. We're not going to agree. We are actually talking pre-show about the different thoughts and we had about each of these traits, which is good because we want to debate these players. We want to just see, for ourselves. And this film will also be good for you to watch for yourself. So if you don't agree with us, cool. But at least you get to see the film for yourself. So, Corey, why don't you give us a little rundown on Zay Flowers and talk about his exciting season last year?
Yeah, Zay Flowers had a pretty damn good season. You didn't change the clip for me, man. That's where I read the weights coming. And stuff.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay. Zay Flowers had a pretty good season for the Eagles last year. He benefited pretty greatly from Hafley coming in and then bringing in Jerkovec. He's 5'11", 178 pounds. He's a junior wide receiver this year. He had 56 catches for 892 receiving yards, good enough for 15.9 yards per catch. He had 9 touchdowns, which was nice, all good enough for a 33.8% dominator rating, which was good enough for his breakout year.
Yeah, great. So the film that we're going to watch today, right, we're going to start with his release and route running. All right. And when I actually break down the film for these guys, I prepare all these clips for these shows. I want to go and I want to watch Zay Flowers against the best competition. So in this particular film that you're watching, we have Clemson, Virginia, North Carolina, and Notre Dame. So these are the clips that we have. All right. We're going to start with his release and route running. Okay. So I've got my handy tool up here. Okay. There he is. He's going to be running up the field there. We don't have the release on this play, but you're going to see his great catch here in the end zone. So actually, there's actually the next clip that's on here will show actually his route running. That was a really nice play that he had there.
And I like that lean he puts into there. I like how he sells that, cuts it back in. He's quick on his cut. I like that play.
And look at the toughness he tears when he gets that hit. So I like the way he got that TBB to turn his hips like that. You can see he's kind of off balance there. He really has some good acceleration coming out of his breaks. So here's just another play against Clemson.
Yeah, he doesn't lose much speed in and out of his cuts, that's for sure. So, here I kind of thought he didn't do enough to kind of get away from him, but his speed kind of took over and was able to gain separation. Because, Kendrick, I think there has the right leverage on him here on the inside, on the outside, right? And then Flowers is just kind of too quick for him and gets outside quick.
Yeah, I thought so too. And I like the way he actually looked back here. Right here, he's kind of selling the inside like he's going to be getting the ball, but then turns and accelerates out of the break. I'd like to see his hand. Yeah, it's nice concentration. Yeah, nice to see his extend his hands up a little bit.
Yeah, he had a good game against Clemson in general. It was one of his better games.
So here he is over here. Now he's not the target for this pass, but I liked it anyway when I was cutting this film up because it shows him against, this player right here, this D-back, right? At least it shows him getting him to turn, right? And and that's what we're looking for, right? When we watch these films, we're looking for Zay Flowers to manipulate these defenders. Gets him to go inside, turn, so you can see he's off balance.
Similar to the first play.
It's similar to the first play. And he doesn't explode out of that break, but gets the separation nonetheless.
Yeah. And he doesn't have much room there either. He's heading to the corner and he wants to give enough space for him to hit him with the ball too, I guess. But
this is your favorite play, Corey. It's got to be.
I like this one. I do like this one. Yeah,
it's a good play.
He's quick on the slant there. He gets across easily and makes a good adjustment. Catches it with his hands. I mean, it's a good all around play for him.
It's actually one of the best ones on this film, I think.
Easily, yeah.
I mean, he really extends well.
But even the adjustment, I mean, he had that guy killed. That would have been a touchdown either way if he would have just hit him properly. But it's the pressure, right? I think the quarterback's being pressured here, if I'm not mistaken. And he kind of just lobs it up in the air. But
right. Yeah, I thought that was a hell of a play. I think it's one of his best plays on this whole film we're looking at.
Yeah.
All right, so here he's at the bottom of the screen. And you're going to see, guys, when we make these plays, these shows, we're going to be throwing incompletions in here, right? So because we want to watch, if there's an incomplete pass when I'm breaking these films down, I'm actually interested to know why, right? Did he drop the ball? Did he not get open? Or, was it the quarterback's fault? So again,
see, I liked his release there. I thought he got the leverage that he was looking for, right? He got the leverage, but then he just didn't do enough in the stem of the route to kind of gain more separation from the route. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he just kind of runs the route, right? And the guy's just on him on his hip the whole time. And
I don't think this is where he's going to excel, in a contested catch, high point kind of ball.
Yeah, it's definitely not his game. This is that wheeler.
So here he is here. Yeah.
See, nice move to get separation there.
Yeah, he gets a shake and bake right there.
Yeah, and again, underthrown and not much he can do, but he was open there.
Yeah. This is what we were talking about. He tends to get separation at times. I mean, once he gets past the DB, he does create separation when this is a nice
I really think his quick feet are one of his best traits. His ability at the line and in his route running and stuff too. Yeah. I think he still kind of has to hone in all the things he wants to do. Sometimes he gets a little all over the place, but I really do think that's a good asset that's going to be translatable to the next level.
Yeah, he doesn't really explode out of his breaks, but I mean, you can see the acceleration. This guy's having a hard time keeping up with him, but underthrown ball. Here he is up here. Had a tough time catching that ball. Yeah. But again, I'm trying to see what he does at the top here. He does make that long step, but doesn't really come out of his break really sharp.
He does come back to the ball too, which is nice. He doesn't try to just wait for it there, but he just can't complete the catch. And unfortunately, that is something that you see in a lot of Zay's film.
Yeah.
Same wheeler out again.
Yeah, exactly. But he'd make a little more effort on this ball, though.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, too. He didn't try. I don't know if he was scared of 20 coming downhill there or something, but
you can see like that like a cut right there. He doesn't explode. He doesn't lower his hips much and like really pop out of those breaks. I mean, I think he depends on his speed.
Yeah, I would call him a little wild right now. Like I think he has the abilities. He just kind of has to hone it all in, Oh, the same thing. It's always on those out routes too, man. He has a hard time doing those. Yeah, on the outside, I guess on the outside he has a hard time making that catch. I don't know why.
He created some decent separation, but again, there's no, I don't think, really crazy break there. He didn't really sell that route very well.
No.
All right, so let's talk about his ball skills and hands. So probably the first thing I've noticed looking at his film when we go through this is he does catch the ball a lot with his body. There are times where he catches the ball with his hands, which is obviously you need to do, but there are a lot of body catches that we're going to see here. So here he is up here. This is a really good play on his part. Come for a comeback, goes up and gets the ball.
Yeah, gets the NFL toe tap in too. I like to see that.
Yeah, I mean, he's got really good agility, I think, and athleticism.
See, and this is what I mean. It's the flashes that you see with him that really has me kind of enamored with it, maybe more than anybody else, is because I kind of think, oh, this was his first big season that he really kind of got the volume. If he kind of continues to grow on these things, like who knows what could happen,
Right. And I think you can say that about a lot of players.
That's true.
You know what I mean? That they all have things that they can improve upon each year. right? This was just another long, incomplete. No, he caught this one.
Yeah.
But again, I just wanted to show this was one of the ones, the plays that we were talking about with the body catches, right? He should be extending his hands.
Yeah.
You know, he's trapping it on his body. But, I mean, you know, he knows nobody's around him either. So here's just another kind of contested catch.
He gets intercepted, I think, here.
Yeah, he does get intercepted. But again, I'd like to see him go up, right? You want to go up with your hands, you know.
Look how low his hands are.
Right.
He wants to cradle it in his body, right? He wants to bring it in. And I want to see him more push those things out and grab that ball in the air.
That's right. So where is he? I think he's here. Let's see. Yeah, he is. So this was a nice double move down the sideline.
Look at that separation.
Oh,
yeah. You can see he kind of down there at the bottom. You know, he turns up, but then he turns upfield. And you're right, Britt. He got some separation on his vertical part of the stem.
2-3 yards.
Yeah, I mean, some things you can teach at the next level, but his movement skills and his speed, those are things you can't teach.
That's right. So here he is, right here.
I like that nice little push off. I like that push off he had. Kind of subtle, not fully extending his arms, but creating enough room to make that catch comfortably.
Yeah.
The body catch, though, again.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, it's a good play, but it's a body catch. Yeah. His hands aren't his best asset, that's for sure.
He had 7 drops this year, and he had 4 drops last year.
Nice.
So a substantial more amount compared to his rookie season. Also, a lot more
here again,
opportunity.
The out route again. Always heading to the sideline. Those routes get him for some reason.
He came back for that
nice
ball.
Route there, yeah. Low catch.
That was a good catch right off the turf. Thought this was one of his better plays too. And the traffic going up, catching the ball. Okay, this is where he goes up with his hands, snatches it out of the ground, you know, away from his frame a little bit, trying to get that first down.
Yeah, that's what I've written here too. Just that was one of his better plays in that aspect. Again.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't really notice it was the out route. You're right. It is. I mean,
it's the out route. I'd be having him run those fucking 300 times after practice, over and over and over.
All right, let's talk about his agility and speed. All right. What did we say his 40 was? We were talking before the show. What was it? 4.58 or something?
There's nothing's defined, but 4.48 probably right now.
4.48, right? I'm sorry.
He could probably trim it down to a 4.45, 4.43 moving forward.
I do think he'll test fairly well in the agility drills too, 3 cones and shuttles.
I'm expecting a sub 7 3-cone. Low 4 shuttle.
Like here, you see a lot of him creating plays with those quick feet. You know, I like I said, he's a little bit wild. He's kind of all over the place sometimes, but like I love the way he moves. I really do. I mean, he steps out here, unfortunately, but
right.
Yeah, I didn't love this one. He doesn't even try to do anything to get extra yards there. You know, he just kind of heads to the sideline. Thought there was maybe an opportunity to cut back right here, but
yeah, you know, I was wondering the same thing. But I mean, look at all these guys right here.
No, it's tough.
You know, I mean, he's got Hunter Long right here in front of him, providing a lane. But he probably just figured, you know what? Let me get what I can get and get out of bounds.
To here, this is what I mean, how he gets a little wild. He's all over the place sometimes. Like I want him to make a quicker decision and just kind of head up field at some point, you know?
Yeah, so see here, I think you should have went outside. You should have cut outside. I think he may have had an opportunity.
Yeah. Or just like right here, head right there. Yeah, hit that right now, you know, instead of he dances too much sometimes.
Right.
He may have had more time if the quarterback would have gotten the ball to him half a second earlier too.
Yeah. Yeah, not able to break away from that first hit there, but
yeah. So what happens when you play Notre Dame, I guess?
Yeah. Yeah, they were in the backfield pretty damn quick.
Yeah, well, there's a couple more plays in here on this physicality, because you guys know I love my receivers have to be physical. They got to be tough. I don't care how tall you are or how much you weigh. You got to be, let me see where he is on this particular play coming up. I think he's right here. All right, so I have a beef with this one.
Because he hits it,
What is that, man? Come on.
I knew you were gonna. I had a feeling you were gonna have a bad feeling about that. Yeah.
I mean, now shit. If Jalen Waddle had the ball, like I'm not trying to compare him to Jalen Waddle, but you got to get 5 extra yards on this.
Yeah, I do like the way he's trying to pick up extra yards, but then I look at the situation. I'm like, it's not end of the quarter. It's not a dire situation. Nothing. I don't know why he's hitting the ground there. I don't know why he's not just continuing the play, trying to get what he can. I agree with you there.
But he goes across the middle fearless, though. I mean, that's a second clip. It's the second clip we saw, right, of him up here, heading into traffic, getting that ball. Good concentration. That's a hell of a catch right there.
Yeah. He's damn good on those slant routes, that's for sure.
Yeah.
He's quick.
It's the out routes he has trouble with.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
So here he is up here. That was a good, just showing his athleticism there. I mean,
nice body control.
Little shake and bake on the line.
Yeah, I thought he had a good release game. I really did. He was able to gain the leverage he needed most of the time.
It's such a shame. I know all 22 of Boston College. I would have loved to have seen, the end of that route. Right?
Yeah.
He did create some separation for sure.
Oh, yeah, I like this one, yeah.
Yeah, this is one of his better runs. I thought that was a really good, just seeing the vision, the cutting ability. I mean, he does have a little
here. He just stops, wait,
but he's got some good burst to him. I think he's got some decent burst coming out of, in the route running department. Once he breaks the release. I don't know where he is on here. He might be out of the screen.
Ooh, can't hold on through the hit there, but tough sometimes, but. You just slipped this tackle here. Yeah, I remember this one. Can't slip it anymore, but that was a 3rd and 10 too. You would have liked to see him pick that up.
Yeah, but just shed the did shed it a little bit, but when you guys got you by the legs, there's not much you can do about it. I'm just trying to get a sense of his physicality, right? I mean, how does he break tackles? Do guys bounce off him?
That was another good catch. Oh, I love this play actually.
See, but he falls again.
I know he did it again. Yeah,
he did try. I don't know.
He's trying to save himself, man. He knows he's not 200 pounds, okay? He just wants to hit the ground, see the next play, and move on.
Well, I guess if I had all these guys looking to take my head off, I guess maybe I'd be doing the same thing, right?
Yeah. See, again, back-to-back plays where he really caught the ball well with his hands away from his body there.
Uh-huh.
I mean, he shows the signs, but
All right, so that is the film review. What are your overall thoughts?
I'm more impressed than I initially was. Still raw, like Corey was saying, but not as sour as I was coming into it. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's a guy, like you guys know that I'm probably a little bit higher on him than you guys are, but to me, he's a guy who has a lot of translatable skills to the next level. Like, I know he's kind of raw right now. He has to put it together, but I think he is good off the line. He creates separation well, which is what the NFL wants nowadays. He creates an easy outlet for his first quarterback if he can catch the ball. Like the drops are an issue, and he's probably not the most physical wide receiver, but at the same time, that's not really his game. He's probably destined for a slot role at the next level where he can create separation in the middle, take some of those hard catches over the middle. You can't really teach the kind of speed he has. I've said that a couple times already. So yeah, I think if he can bring it all together, then I really do like his NFL potential, at least as a complementary receiver. Probably not a wide receiver 1, but I really do think he has a place in the NFL.
Yeah, I think he will translate too. I mean, I think I can see him as a wide receiver 3. I don't know as a number 2 on a team. I think he would be a third guy. But well, we'll see what he does. So, Britt, why don't you tell us about let's go over the metrics, right? Because we can look at it from a film standpoint, right? And like I said at the beginning of the show, everyone's been really kind of getting into the metrics, the data. So does it looks like we're think he's an above average wide receiver, right? Who has the potential to transfer to the NFL, get on an NFL field. What do the metrics tell us? I mean, is it really confirming what we see on the field?
Yeah, I mean, what we're seeing on the field is pretty similar to what the numbers are telling me, right? So first year, his traditional dominator, he had a 14.95. When I used the adjusted dominator, it was a 14.92. So I like that. I like when the adjusted and traditional are close because it means that he's amassing yardage and he's not relying on touchdowns to kind of really carry that weight. Saw 14.9% market share, which is fine from an efficiency standpoint. You get 1.11 yards per pass attempt, so it's not great. But as we were speaking beforehand, he doesn't really have as much opportunity his freshman year. He did see the 5.9% of the rushing attempts for his rookie season, freshman season, and I like that. I like when my wide receivers are a bit more dynamic. When the coaches want to get the ball into his hands, it means the coach saw clearly that what he had and wanted to kind of utilize him, even if he couldn't moving forward onto the field. Moving forward to his sophomore year, 2020 season, that's where we really saw that big jump, right? So he had a 33.83% traditional dominator rating. He had an adjusted dominator of 30.65. So that is like creme de la creme for where we want like the upper echelon of a breakout age to be. So at sophomore year, I don't have an exact age on him, but in between 19 and 20, or probably around 19 years old is his breakout age, which is good. His career average traditional dominator rating is 24.39%. So that's also good. His adjusted is 22.7. So he's getting involved in the offense, and we're seeing that progression from year 1 to year 2 numbers wise in terms of being more of a impactful player through the numbers. Also, what I really like here is he had a yards per team pass attempt of 2.28. So he already meets that threshold of where I want to see my wide receivers, especially ones that are able to maybe not see a whole lot of opportunity, but really make the most of their volume and really utilize that. So I was really pleased to see that. And his BMIs, it's 24.82, so it's below my cutoff personally, but he's also not nearly ready coming into the NFL. I think we talked about how he's going to be kind of on that Jalen Waddle projection in terms of like weight and size and speed. So, I plugged in a 188 combine weight, a 4.43 40 at his size of 5'11", and that gave him a height adjusted speed score of 91.94. And not great, but it's enough, right? He clearly shows on film that he has the ability to kind of boost that to boost and utilize that acceleration and dynamic abilities. And so I like what I saw from the numbers. There's nothing to nitpick at. He's definitely going to be one of those guys that we're going to tab early on as someone that we're going to kind of key into probably early second of the rookie draft. So for Devy, he's definitely going to have some clear draft capital heading into the draft.
Cool. And you can see also that the ADP on the screen, we did a lot of mock drafts. We got ADP on the Devy dashboard at 98, and we've got him ranked at number 69 as far as wide receivers. So any final thoughts, guys?
Go buy Zay before he blows up this year if you like what you see.
I figured we'd get that from Corey. All right, guys, listen, thanks for watching, and you can follow us on the YouTube channel at Devy Deep Dive. We got a ton of films like this coming your way. So thanks for watching.
Thank you.
Peace.